like the best way is just to go straight up and just talk to them. Like I'm a people's person. I don't do, all that social things. It's not something that I believe in. I'm very old school. And I know it takes courage for a lot of people to do that, especially nowadays. I think people have a lot of fear and insecurities, my personal opinion. But in saying that, I think the best way is to communicate and speak to them in person.
Good question. Don't know. Never thought about it. Oh, God, that's a good question, isn't it? I haven't done it for so long. I don't know. I think for me, meeting friends is being the friends of friends. Meeting friends through other friends. I'm not going to go on a website and look for someone, but meeting friends through friends would be my best way of doing it, I think.
Yep.
I don't know. Hopefully in a very casual manner.
Yeah, casual manner, yeah.
We probably don't do a lot of that at the moment. I think it's probably a rather random approach. So last week the Aussie backyard bird count was on, and I was there with my phone looking up at the fig trees over there I can't remember what I was looking at, and another woman came up and said, "Oh, you're doing the bird count too?" And I said, "Yes, have you seen the fig birds?" And she said, "Yes, I met you last week and told you, and you told me about the fig birds, and I was so grateful because I'd never known what they were." And we said to each other, we must have coffee together sometime. So finding a random person like that with a common interest in the common area is not a bad way of making friends.
I think by nature, being human, I'm very observational. But I think more so I'm very sensitive to energy, so it would be an energetic thing. I know a lot of people may make decisions on whether they want to associate with other people on a very superficial level based on what they look like, their age, how they dress, blah, 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 blah. And that for me is just all, it's all just sequence and feathers, I don't care about that. I care, does this person make me feel good in their presence? That's all I care about. And I'm not making any judgments as to where they live or what their gender is or what their race is or, what their religious beliefs are. Honestly, I accept everyone as they are, unconditionally, because that's all we want as human beings, is to love and be accepted unconditionally. And we just really want to be close to one another. Like, if you want to bypass sex altogether, masturbation is probably the healthiest thing any human being can do. It's relaxing, it's self-regulating, it's self-soothing, there's no shame in it, even though sexual shame is something that we've inherited through religion and through culture, which is defined by religion at the beginning of time, and it screwed everyone up in the head. Because we were these ideologies were being forced onto us, and it's kind of like, well, maybe that's not right for me. And who's to say that someone's a better person for having children than for someone who's a good person and they've chosen not to have a family, and why should they be judged for making that choice? If anything, we have enough people in the world already. Purpose is constantly being redefined throughout everyone's life, and we could do with less people. Doesn't mean you don't like children. Like, just because you don't want to have children doesn't mean you hate children, you know?
There's way too many of us on this planet.
Yeah, it's like everyone calm down, you know, and stop judging everyone. Like, everyone's so fucking judgmental. I'm so sick of it. It's like we should be marveling in the beauty of our differences and what makes us different. And we should be respecting the intrinsic value of all life. And that's the most spiritual thing I could impart onto you. I mean, the Hindu symbol of Om. It's the vibration of life. It's the frequency of everything that is and is infinite. It's the planets. It's everything, because we're all just vibrating matter. You know what I mean? We're all just vibrating at different frequencies. So if you take care of yourself, you will vibrate at a higher frequency and good things will happen to you in your life. So don't think about, what do I look like? I mean, yes, I think, you know, self-care and personal hygiene are important values to have if you're doing it for the purpose of your health and to support a better vibration for the rest of the world who's experiencing you every day you walk out on the street. It's your responsibility, not how big your fucking lips are because you went to, you know, fucking Jolene at the fucking, like, lip place. I mean, someone asked me if I wanted to get Botox the other day. They were like, oh, my friend does Botox. And I said, oh, I'm not really into that. I don't really understand it. She goes, oh, well, I didn't really get my first Botox until I was 43. And I was like, oh, well, good for you, whatever you want to do. I mean, I don't feel inclined to spend my money in that way. I don't think it looks attractive, it doesn't look natural, and for me, I want to experience nature, and I believe natural comes from the word nature, which is about truth and authenticity. And yeah, for me, I actually feel that people who focus too much on the externals are bereft of the spiritual inner journey, which is what we're all here for. And look, I love clothes. I'm not going to say I don't like shopping, and you know, I don't enjoy, you know, putting my makeup on and partial to a bit of lipstick, you know, but I do it because it makes me feel good. And I do it for myself, not for other people. I do it because it makes me feel good, and when I feel good, then I can make other people feel good. So just feel good, everyone. That's the answer.
I don't know, talk about them. The other day a guy started talking to me in a cafe because I've got some tape on my bad knee, and it was a good pick-up line. He started talking to me about it. So I think pick up something about them, something unusual, I don't know, something interesting. Yeah, just talk about them, not you.
I probably just wouldn't. I probably just wouldn't. That's how he does it.
Just be genuine, be yourself. I mean, like, I work in hospitality, so it's a lot of people approach me a lot, and you see how people react and this and that, but like, generally speaking, people want to talk to you, but they're going to be too nervous to. That applies for a lot of people. Just be yourself, find an excuse. You know, hey, can you pass me that straw? Little things like that. It's just break the ice.
It's been so, like, I've been married 42 years. So,
Well, it could just be.
well, hey, I like your shirt, or I like your shoes, or I like your tie, or something like that. And I guess if you were really, you'd give them a wink or something, I don't know.
The energy. I pay attention to a lot of energy, and I think that's something that, I don't know, I feel like that's really important. Doesn't matter, you know, no one knows anything about somebody and things like that, but what you bring, and you know, some people might not be the most confident in the way they are, but at the same time there's always a story, and I think the energy within a person, as an individual, I think that's something that stands out for me.
Probably compatibility. Like you meet people and you think, yeah, we've got stuff in common, or you know, we get each other's jokes, or we have similar interests. I guess it's compatibility. I don't really care what someone looks like. It's just that sense of we get on. You know what I mean? It's like